this is the, I can't remember what episode, but it doesn't matter because it's the first week, it's the end of the first week I should say, of Tango Fiesta game development. It's, again, I thought it would have sunk in and it hasn't really. I mean, I've had a little bit of a celebration, not much. Kind of went out for a bit of food and it's just kind of strange really. I know Roper's the same, he was telling me on Skype earlier that it kind of, it's just weird that we're kind of, you know, well in his example he was implementing Steam SDK stuff and chatting to other devs about it as if it was just, you know, ain't no thing. And I suppose once you've got to this point it ain't no thing. But it is a thing. It really is a thing. It's amazing. I just can't grasp it. So essentially what we're doing is just getting on with it. It's Sunday today. I didn't do an update on Friday or yesterday, but we were doing a lot of good work. So basically by the end of Friday, Roper got the network all up and sort of running. Saturday he got it all working so that we're like able to send messages in lobbies and all this kind of stuff. So it's like a real grown-up sort of system, laying all the base foundations for that, which is great. I've been defining all the weapon stats and trying to come up with stuff for characters and weapons based on the movies that we're referencing, just so that Brock's got stuff to get on with and get an idea of, you know, what needs to be done, get his head around all that. And just about an hour ago had a nice hour-long chat with Gavin, our audio guy. So we were talking about the main theme because he's done some really good work on that. We've already got our theme for one of the levels from the jam. We need one more for Rezzed and the theme tune, I think. And also sound effects, so just referencing games like Metal Slug 3, you know, the Marvel vs. Capcom series in the arcade. What else? Those were the sort of menu and combat sounds, just broadly. We want that real sort of arcadey feel. We don't want it to sound realistic necessarily because A, with the visual style that Ewan's got, it's just not going to make any sense. And then B, you know, real guns sound a bit naff, so we want sort of Hollywoodized versions of them, you know, big shotguns that go boom, chack, chack, and, you know, heavy machine guns that just thunder away. So that'll be good fun. And then and I also gave him, just in terms of like amazing audio examples, the weaponry from Far Cry 2, although realistic, it's just amazing, and Battlefield Bad Company 2 as well, just brilliant audio design. For theme tunes, obviously the game theme tune, what we want is it to sound like an 80s action theme, 80s action movie theme. We've sort of referenced sort of bit of Top Gun, bit of Rocky, you know, there's a lot of classics in there, but at the same time we don't want it to sound like any of those things. We want it to be one of that group. So because all the environment levels, all the levels that we're doing are based on movies very specifically, so they'll be referencing those soundtracks. So that's where we get the nice kind of specific references. People go, oh, that kind of sounds like that bit in Commando or whatever, you know, just to reinforce that. But the theme itself for Tango Fiesta needs to sound like its own thing, so that'll be interesting. But he's doing some really great work. Everyone's doing great work. It's just fantastic. Really proud of them. So yeah, by the end of week one, what have we got? We've got a tile set pretty much, I'd say 80%, 85% complete, like retail complete for the one environment. We've got the start of a second environment, and we've got characters are coming in this week coming. That's the big push, is for animation specifically, but we already know which 4 characters we're taking to Rezzed and what we're doing for early access for both that and environment assets. That's why I've been working on the weaponry, so that we know which weapons. Basically we've got melee, pistol, submachine gun, full machine gun, oh sorry, semi-automatic I should say, machine gun, thrown, beam and launched weapons. So that's 7 weapon categories. Then within there I've tried to pick 2 for each for Rezzed, so people have got a chunk to play and muck around with. And then we've got so many movies and so many weapons to pick. And then those also help define, like that combined with which enemies we bring in from which movies into which levels for Rezzed and for early access. You know, basically trying to, again, I think I said before, trying to obviously service what's there, but also hint at what's coming, and get people excited about our plans. So yeah, it's going really, really well. I've said that too many times now. Hopefully this week we'll start getting some gameplay footage together, just as we're sort of iterating on stuff. I think that'd be a smart idea. I know Roper's going to be providing some diary stuff. I'm keen to get Ewan doing it on some time-lapse stuff on his environment art and his character art. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. And Gavin, I think we'd like to do some time-lapse stuff with him as well, but ultimately, like at the very, very least, we'll get him like doing live piano or keyboard, I should say, accompaniment to, or guitar maybe, to a lot of the tracks that we've finished off. I think that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, like a little bit of something for everyone. And then myself, I'll keep these up obviously every day, and hopefully do some time lapse and some talking over like me designing and tweaking things. So that'll be good fun. Roper's been busy today as well, making them the character editor and the weapon editors setups tools, I should say. So I can basically go and create a new weapon type. It goes into the pool, into the armory, and I can just define all of these wonderful stats. And I'd rather at this stage get more stats in than we use, because we can always just default them or switch them off. But I'd rather have that scope for making a really varied game. And we're taking inspiration from, just classic good game design. So weapons feel different and have different uses. That's mainly where the 7 categories come in. Obviously there are some within those that are very unique and interesting. But more specifically, the more stats we have, the more we're able to sort of encapsulate how you imagine they are to wield when watching some of these classic movies. So a lot of the generic weapons, pistols and machine guns, give or take, people kind of understand those. But some of the more interesting ones, some of the character-specific ones, or say Bennett and his pistol and knife. He's got a specific pistol and his knife as well. So maybe there's a bit of fun we can have there with kind of translating that into the video game form. It's all very, very cool. I can't wait to show people what we're working on. I can't wait. Apparently this week, hopefully, we'll get our first 4-player match. Should be interesting. There'll be a big milestone. And also, hopefully this week, we'll be announcing. So I've been prepping all these videos. I've been putting them up on like a private playlist. I'm ready to sort of schedule the content. We're going to bung it on Tumblr. And just basically, hopefully when this is announced that morning, we'll release all this stuff stealthy, and then you'll be seeing this sort of retrospectively, and then there'll be all this cool stuff to read up and catch up on. So exciting times. That is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Please do, as with all of these videos, if you've enjoyed it, or you think of someone who's going to like this stuff, or just the game, when it comes out, please do share it, like it, give us a subscribe if you want to keep up to date, because this is the main way we're going to be updating you guys, is through video. Anyway, that's been a ramble, but it's been a whole awesome week full of great stuff, so I think it deserved it. Lots of love, and see you soon. Bye bye.